How would you like to start getting thousands of fresh clicks every single day from the most popular podcasting sites such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and more without the hassle of actually creating a podcast? That's right. I'm talking about getting traffic even if you've never even listened to a podcast yourself. In fact, what I'm about to show you in this video will blow your mind. But first things first, allow me to introduce you to Victory Akpos, the creator of the product. Victory is a 7-figure internet marketer and product developer, and if there's one thing he does really well, it's getting traffic. He realized very early on that when his efforts and focus are set on traffic, everything works out. Because a funnel can be bought, you could use a template. Finding offers is easy because there are plenty of high-converting and high-paying offers out there. But a consistent flow of buyer traffic? That is where the problem is. That's why most internet marketers struggle, and struggle big time. They underestimate the importance of traffic while overestimating the importance of their pages, buying and including add-ons, sharing on social media, hoping to get some traction. Victory doesn't like to work this way. He always focuses on traffic first and then figures out other things later. And when he realizes the potential of podcasts, he had to jump in. So what is podcasting traffic and what makes it so good? Well, podcast awareness and listening continue to rise in the U.S., driven by an explosion in new podcast programming, the pandemic, and consumer adoption of smart speakers like Amazon Echo and Google Home devices. Each week, more Americans listen to podcasts than have Netflix accounts. In 2021, 28% or 80 million Americans were weekly podcast listeners. There are now 10 million more weekly podcast listeners than the 69 million Netflix account owners in the U.S. This is the start of a shift from video to audio media. 41% of Americans listen to podcasts monthly. And in 2021, 116 million people listen to a podcast every single month. Bottom line, there are millions of listeners waiting for podcasts in any niche. Imagine the potential. We are talking about a huge zone of active listeners waiting, craving for quality content on podcasts in literally any niche. And you could be right there in front of them all on demand. That's the dream, right? Well, let me introduce you to the reality of the situation. Unfortunately, it is very complicated to start podcasting yourself. There is a lot of work going into creating, publishing, and making your podcast successful. Every podcaster uses this process, and it is the same process we all think that we need. It's also the same process that turns us off, and the reason why the vast majority of people can't even begin to tap into podcasting. Ranging from recording your own podcast, and yes, that means using your own microphone and, well, mouth to make sounds that will keep someone captivated for 45 minutes. Sounds easy, right? That's what I thought. All the way to actually coming up with ideas, finding guests, and getting published. That's quite the nightmare, right? Well, unfortunately, it is the process required to start with podcasting, unless you listen to me right now, because we have spent the last 10 months working and developing a podcasting automation solution that can allow anyone to start from zero and get podcasting traffic without all these different obstacles that Victory went through. Allow me to introduce the result. Victory and I would like to present to you Podcentric. Podcentric allows you to create, publish, and start getting traffic from the biggest podcasting sites in just 3 simple steps. Step 1 is to create. In this step, you simply create a professional, high-converting, full-fledged podcast from any text, blog post, article, page, or email in just 1 click. The AI will actually convert the text into an amazing, natural-sounding voiceover in less than a minute. And voila! Your podcast is ready. And these are voiceovers that people are actually willing to listen to for 45 minutes. They're that good. That's how natural and easy on the ear they are. Next is step number 2, publish. In this step, you simply publish to Pandora, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and more instantly in one click, and Podcentric makes sure that you get featured by integrating with those platforms. And finally, step 3 is the traffic. Now, at this point, you will get instant presence, traffic, authority, and leverage for your promotional needs. Yes, it's that easy. And yes, you can promote anything to them. And all these obstacles I talked about that are in the way of everyone else's efforts to make podcasting work, well, we solved all of these in just one dashboard. You can turn any page, text, article, blog post into a full-fledged podcast with human-like voiceovers in just one click. You could get multiple professional podcasts, pulling listeners and traffic from the biggest podcasting sites in minutes. You could create captivating podcasts with strong calls to action that get listeners to subscribe and to engage with you in one click. And that's just the big picture. The amount of money and coding put into the software allows for crazy customization and fun podcast creation features. Make sure to scroll down and check the demo. So the bottom line, Podcentric creates captivating, natural sounding, and easy to consume podcasts from any text, keyword, blog post in just one click. And just because it's new doesn't mean we haven't tested it. Oh man, we sure did. In fact, we're using Podcentric daily for all of our podcasting needs. Take a look at these screenshots and see the amount of traffic and sales that we're getting using Podcentric. You cannot get these results this easily from podcasting anywhere else, I promise you that. I'm confident that this is for you because it works for us. And if you're anything like us, you want traffic and understand the value of a consistent flow of traffic to your offers. I want you to understand why you need this and why it can change your business. First off, anyone can do this and get fantastic results. Secondly, podcasting traffic is an untapped gold mine, which you will not be able to tap into otherwise. There's absolutely no learning curve, no ongoing expenses, no setup, skip directly to the traffic. No technical skills required at all. Everything is explained so clearly in modules so that you can get started as quickly as possible. And of course, there's unlimited potential too. How many visitors in your niche are using Spotify, Pandora, etc.? Tens of millions probably at the very least. This can be yours. So are you ready to crack podcasting traffic wide open? Jump in, get the discount, use the coupon on the page, and I'll see you inside. This is the only chance to get it at this price. There's no fake scarcity here. There's a timer on this page that counts back to 0. And once it reaches 0, the price will increase permanently. Don't dwell. The lowest price is now. And the longer you wait, the more you'll pay. Because let's be honest, you will need something like this at some point if you want to tap into podcasting traffic in any way, shape, or form. And most other solutions will require you to create a podcast yourself. We allow for artificial intelligent podcast creation in just one click. It doesn't get any easier than that. So with that being said, jump on in. And don't worry, we've got a 30-day money-back guarantee that you can claim at any time without questions. Get Podcentric now.